You little weasel! Look at you, you little fucking weasel! I can see it in your eyes. You're a fucking bitch. Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker! The king is back.
We're back. Episode 3 across the pool. Took some time off, but we got a lot of shit to recap. Last weekend, probably the biggest thing that happened was Tank Davis fought Leo Santa Cruz, and it was a pretty good fight. Did you catch any of that, Paul?
It was a good little fight, wasn't it? Until it ended. But I tell you what a knockout.
Yeah, for real.
What a knockout.
Vicious. Santa Cruz was looking like he had the right game plan too. He was making him work, trying to get him into them later rounds, and then just boom, night slept too.
Notice with Gervonta, I think people underestimate. He has got the power there. Have you seen what he did when he come to the UK against Williams?
Yeah. He
And
does
the same again. He stopped him.
He does have fight-changing power. One shot. I think
Something that Floyd did now.
for real. But he's not as good as a boxer as Floyd.
No.
Because he was getting hit. He was getting hit by Santa Cruz. He was taking shots. It was like the knockout over highlights that it was a great fight. They were right from the opening bell. They were scrapping, exchanging heavy. And Santa Cruz, I only had Santa Cruz down by, I think it was in the 5th. No, it was in the 6th. And before that, I had Davis up 3 rounds to Santa Cruz's 2 before he got caught. And he was looking good in the round right before he got caught. Crazy.
It was a good little fight. Davis, I expected him to get it done though. I didn't think he'd get it done as good as he did, but
yeah, he was setting that up all night. He landed it a few times. He landed the uppercut pretty clean, but that last time, it was pretty interesting because he's a southpaw, but he stood completely square in front of Santa Cruz and drew his own right hand out of him. And as soon as he threw the right hand, he slipped and almost stood into an orthodox position and made his left uppercut a lead uppercut. It was vicious. Bounced his head off the thing.
One of the best knockouts I've seen. One of the best knockouts I've seen in boxing in quite a while.
Yeah, for sure. Who else has had a good knockout? That's a good question.
Lately, I honestly can't even remember the last one, to be honest. Maybe the fella there, remember the Polish fella that Dillian White fought about a year and a half ago? That was a good one.
Chisora knocked him out too bad.
Can't remember. It might have been Chisora. It might have been.
Deontay knocked that guy out. I can't think of his fucking name. Ugh, that's annoying. I would know that guy's name.
Polish fella, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Spivak? Something?
I can't remember. I don't know.
I'd know his name if we weren't on the podcast. But, anyway, Davis knocks out Santa Cruz. And you think he could fight Fimo? You think you could give him a fight?
I don't know, because everyone's saying Fimo's he's the dog at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it's one of them that there's loads of great fights to match up around that weight. Even just below and a little bit above as well. There's loads of great fights they could make. Loads.
Yeah. You got to see
because
it's like
you in the mix there, haven't you?
Who?
You've got a few fighters in the mix.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's so many bouts you could throw.
And in that 135 division, you got them. You got like the guys who are already proven. You got Tank. You got Teofimo. You got Lomachenko, and then you got these young kids coming up like Garcia and Haney. That I feel fit right in that mix. Not Garcia so much. I'm not too big on him.
Well, out of all the names you've just listed, to be honest, I think Garcia probably is at the bottom.
Yeah.
Out of all them names, he Probably is.
For sure.
Yeah, I'd say he is, yeah.
And,
I've got all the other fellas beating him, to be honest.
me too. I think, I don't know. I don't see why everyone is so high on that kid. Like, he's got the look, he's fast, and all that cool shit. He's fucking cool on Instagram, but he relies so much on that check hook.
To be honest, I don't think he's going to win his next bout, so it's interesting to see, isn't it?
Against who, Campbell?
Yeah, I don't think he beats Campbell, to be honest.
I wonder how far away we are from that. It's going to be good. I don't think he beats Campbell either.
I don't think he hasn't got the power to put Campbell away. And Campbell's one of them, he'll make it a little dogfight with him.
Yeah.
And Ryan won't like that.
And Campbell he's underrated. He's a good boxer.
And then it'll get to the point where Garcia's in a situation where he'll probably go and fight fucking Jake Paul or something stupid. So,
yeah. That is a good point. He does seem like that kind of kid. Fucking.
Yeah, you can tell, can't you?
People forget that Campbell's one of the only guys, besides Linares putting Loma down with that shot when he wasn't paying attention. Campbell actually stunned Loma and made him cover up.
What it is with Luke, he's tall and he's rangy.
Yeah.
I feel like the jab could be effective against Ryan. I don't think it's one of them. He's gonna plan to obviously go in there and knock him out, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's gonna realise after the fourth round, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be a tough night for him.
I think so too. I think he loses a decision.
Yeah, I genuinely do as well.
And probably just sticking with that weight class right now. Over this past weekend that we just had, Devin Haney fought Yuriorkis Gamboa, former two-weight world champion, Olympic gold medalist, and a lot of people are giving him heat, saying he couldn't finish him, it was boring and all this. I think it was a master class. Absolutely shut him down for 12 rounds. Two of the judges' scorecards were 120, 107. So that's 110-8 round with no knockdown. And they took a point for clinching.
We all expected Haney to win, didn't we?
Yeah, for sure. But people act like he's got to be I think the Tank Davis knockout last week made people a little greedy. They wanted him to go in and just body somebody. And he's not that kind of boxer.
No, I was literally just going to say, I don't think Haney can. I'm going to explain it to Javante.
Yeah, just flatline somebody.
He has got that. He's got that switch on power, hasn't he? I don't think Haney's got that.
No.
I think Haney's more clever in the head.
And
but power-wise, it does go to Davis.
For sure. But on just boxing skill, honestly, I look at Haney, and that's the toughest fight at 135. The kid is super skilled. Nasty shoulder roll,
21
great
years
counters.
of age as well.
21. Come on. Get him now. Y'all better get him now. Get him while he's young. Because that kid's going to be a problem.
I think the Lord's up, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. And he seems like how you were just saying that Ryan Garcia seems like the type of kid that he'll end up fighting a Jake Paul or some circus shit like that. He seems like he's a true kid that's going to stick to the path and just wants to do this boxing shit. He wants to just be great.
Well, I can tell he's got a brain on him. You've got to give him that.
Yeah. Yeah, did you hear Davis was involved, allegedly, was involved in a hit and run?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
Literally a few days later, wasn't it?
Yeah, get your fucking shit together, dude.
Yeah, have you seen the video online of him? I don't know if it was at a basketball game or something stupid.
Yeah, it was. I know what you're saying.
And he goes and walks up to his girl and drags her up and that because she's talking to somebody.
Yeah.
And, takes her out of the stadium and everything. She's fucking nuts.
And not walked up and grabbed her. He went up and he snatched that bitch.
Yeah.
Snatched her by her collar and fucking dude.
Well, put it this way, when them cameras weren't on, I wouldn't be surprised if he gave her a little backhand. So
Probably.
It's one of them with Davis. I hope he doesn't turn out like Adrian. I just hope he doesn't.
And you say that, and what's alarming about that statement is that he's good friends with Adrian Broner.
Yeah, they're all not the click, aren't they, with Floyd and all that, and they're all boys, aren't they?
Yeah, but him and Adrian have actually, like, lived together and split camps and shit. Like, they're actually, like, boys. So, hopefully that doesn't rub off on him. And, also last weekend, moving on. Also last weekend we had, Usyk versus Chisora. Usyk's second fight and his first big fight at heavyweight against battle-tested, crafty dog of a vet, Derek Chisora, Del Boy. What'd you think of that, Paul? Me and you watched that at the same time.
Good fight, wasn't it? Very good scrap.
Great fight.
Usyk won. I don't think we can argue against it.
Comfortably.
Usyk, comfortably, like you just said, he won comfortably. Chisora, they were saying he was in the best shape he's been in his life.
Yeah.
Did he look it? Not really, no.
No.
But it was still a good fight.
And I say comfortably, though. I say comfortably. I should elaborate on that. I say comfortably in the way that he won on points. It was not a comfortable fight. Derek did bring it to him.
No, it wasn't an easy fight for you. Obviously, Derek was in there, giving him problems.
Yeah, trying to roughhouse him, be the bigger guy. It was an uncomfortable fight.
You could see the difference of him moving up to heavyweight for Usyk.
Yeah.
But it's still a tough first fight for him. Is this the second fight in heavyweight now? Is it?
Yep, second fight.
Second fight in heavyweight. It's a tough fight to come straight into heavyweight.
I feel like there was opportunities though for him to finish that fight.
Yeah, he cut off. You could see he was landing some great shots.
Yeah.
People don't even realise he was landing some great shots.
Yeah, he'd sting him. He'd sting him with the left, and then he'd reset when he could have put 2 or 3 more together and probably got him down.
Yeah, cut off. But people are saying it's a bad move for him to jump up, but I think it's an excellent move.
I think
there's still more to come from him.
I think it's a bad move.
No, I don't think it is. Time will tell, won't it? But
yeah,
I've backed Usyk for a few years now, and I knew he was going to go to heavyweight anyway.
Yeah, I watched.
And if he does,
go ahead.
If he does fight Joshua, you don't know, do you? Everyone's going to say, "Oh, Joshua, the power is and all this." You genuinely don't know, do you?
No, you don't know.
Genuinely don't know.
Because it's one of those that Glover and Santos almost had this effect on me this weekend. We'll get into that in a little bit. But for the size thing, you almost don't know the size difference until they're in there and they're exchanging. Because the whole talk was the size difference. He probably was 15 pounds less than Derek, but it's not like he was like dwarfed by him. He was a taller guy, longer guy. His chest and back isn't as big as fucking Derek's. So like, and Glover and Santos was like that. I was like, oh yeah, Glover's the bigger guy, and all this. Santos used to be a middleweight, and then you see the fight, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Same fucking size, 2 big dudes.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, if he does fight Joshua, it's not going to happen anyway for over a year anyway. So then he's still got time to plan, build up. He needs to work on his explosiveness.
Yeah.
And just things like that. But no, I think he'll do all right. I'm a big fan of Usyk. I'm a big fan of their camp and their surroundings.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his work, and I would like for you to be right. It's cool. I'm not like, I don't wish for people's downfalls in this sport and stuff. I'm not like a hater, but when I just look at it from an objective standpoint, I don't see how he can beat the elite guys. He's too small.
You don't know, do you? You generally don't know.
Those first 3 rounds, those first 3 rounds against Derek, he was getting a little bit like manhandled, and you could see in his face a little bit that he was not very comfortable. And And Derek is also not, I think we both can agree, Derek is not a great textbook boxer. He's a powerhouse. So if you get a guy like Joshua, who, let's say Usyk is a 10 out of 10 on just boxing ability on paper, if Joshua is enough to be an 8 on the night at boxing ability and has the size enough to bully him a little bit, I just don't see how he can survive that.
Well, it's one of them, innit? You generally don't know. It's one of them with boxing, you don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, if he was to fight Joshua, we all know Joshua would be the favourite.
Yeah.
And we know not many people would back Usyk. But you generally don't know. You don't know, do you?
No, you don't. And I'm excited to see.
Yeah, see what happens. But if he does beat Joshua, just don't ever doubt me again. Especially you.
Why? If you had to pick right now, you think he beats Joshua?
I don't know. I don't know because we haven't seen Joshua fight now since Ruiz. So still waiting for his next performance. He's still got a fight next month. So let's see how he comes out of that.
Yeah, against fucking Pulev though. Against Pulev,
I know, but let's see how he looks.
Yeah, he's gonna put Pulev out 4 rounds.
Maybe, he might do. But just see, won't we?
Yeah.
It's one of them with Joshua. Everyone's a big fan and stuff. But we've seen him be caught now. We've seen it.
Yeah.
That invincibility is gone with him now. So I don't know why everyone's still on this bandwagon that he's invincible.
Yep.
Because he's not. And if he fights Tyson, he doesn't beat Tyson either.
No, he's not going
to beat
Tyson.
Doesn't. No, he doesn't. Because Tyson will beat him. And I think he'll beat him so comfortably. People will look at Joshua and be like, wow, really that easy?
Oh, he was all hype. They'll turn it into that.
But even against Ruiz, he can be hit.
It's not even the being hit. It's not even the being hit. You know what it truly breaks down to? Is that Joshua in that first Ruiz fight, he chose not to continue fighting. I don't care what people say. He looked away from the ref.
Say that. Do you think he quit in there? Because
he quit.
Think he did as
100% he quit.
Yeah.
He spit his mouthpiece out to buy himself an extra 6 seconds. The ref said, "Come to me." He didn't come to him, and he quit. He was in that moment. He was looking around with a worried face on. And you know who didn't do that? As much as I'm not the biggest fan of the guy, Tyson Fury against Deontay Wilder the first time got flatlined, blasted out, and chose to get the fuck up and actually put it on Deontay at the end of that 12th round.
Yeah, I know. He probably went on to win the last, whatever remaining of that round was.
Yeah. He wouldn't win on the scorecards. It'd be a 10-8, but he did.
Obviously, because the knockdown, but I'm saying, like...
No, I get it.
Just take that knockdown, he did, you're right, You're right what you're saying.
Got right up, and immediately, put it on him.
Exactly, yeah, that's the thing with Joshua. Is the heart fully there?
No. I don't think so.
And I think and it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if when he fights Tyson either stops him or he quits on the stool. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, because I don't think that Joshua has the gas for 12 rounds that's not at his own pace. We've seen him go 12 rounds with Parker, but it was him dictating the entire fight, and I don't feel like Fury would allow him to dictate the fight.
Yeah. Right.
But another example on that, what we were just saying, getting up from the knockdowns, is that another thing you can take from those 2 fights of theirs is that look at the way Joshua fought fat little short Ruiz in the rematch compared to how Tyson Fury did against Deontay Wilder in the rematch.
Yeah, there you go.
And Tyson Fury in his first fight didn't even get beat. It was a draw where he got dropped, and he still came out to prove a point and take something from that motherfucker and walk him down and smash him.
I think we can all agree that his fight wasn't a draw. And I lost a bit of money on that fight, so I'm not happy talking about it either.
I think it was a draw.
Fury won that. No. Listen, I'm not even getting into this American bullshit.
Listen. No. There was 2 knockdowns in the fight.
At the end of the day, people say what they want to say.
Listen though.
And you can have all the excuses in the world about costume being too heavy and
No.
and all this bullshit.
I'm not gonna go there. But listen to this, and then if you truly can't say to me, all right, it's a draw, you're just on Fury's nuts. All right. In the first fight, there was.
Go on, and then, okay, go on.
Entertain this. In the first fight, there was 2 knockdowns. So that's 10-8 for 2 rounds. That's already 4 rounds out of 12.
One was in round 5, I think, and one was last. Or round 6, it might have been.
Yeah. So that's 4 rounds from 2 knockdowns already. That equals 4 rounds on the scorecards. You're telling me there's in no universe that Deontay Wilder stole 2 more of those rounds?
Be honest. Besides them 2 knockdowns, be truthfully honest, did Deontay Wilder win any of them remaining 10 rounds?
That's what I'm asking. You can't give him any of those rounds?
Did he win any of the last 8? Well, did he even win 8 rounds? No, he didn't. I don't even think he won fucking 3. So...
No, but all he had to do,
to be honest,
is win 2 rounds.
Watching that fight that night, I remember it being in the 11th round, scoring it, and honestly, it could have been. Some could say in the 11th round it could have been 9-2. Seriously, that's how far ahead he really was.
9-2.
And then they obviously in the 11th. Finishing the 11th, going into the 12th.
So.
Wouldn't you agree on that, no?
I don't know. I'd have to do the math, but I'm just saying that with 2 knockdowns and 4 rounds in the book, there's an argument to be made that you can go through that fight and find all he needs is 2 rounds that he nicked for it to be 6-6 and be a draw. And I think that's fair.
No, I don't think it is. How can you tell me that because he's dropped him twice in a 12-round fight that he deserves a draw?
Because on the points that equals 4 rounds. When you knock someone down twice.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Even if he did get given them 4 rounds, did he win any of the others?
He had to. Come on. You can't give him 2 anywhere in there? The first 2 maybe? 1 and 2?
No, honestly, no.
Damn, bro.
No, I really wouldn't, and that's not even being biased. I genuinely wouldn't. I remember it being late rounds, 9, 10, and obviously I was still worried about Wilder catching him, and I thought to myself, Fury's walked this.
Wow. Well,
and a lot of people.
If Tyson Fury's listening, bro, I hope he sends you a fucking T-shirt or something. Because goddamn, you love that boy.
Yeah, well, it's one of them, isn't it?
But that whole fight, first fight, is all in history because Tyson Fury came in the rematch and brought it to him. So I give him credit there.
Yeah. Yeah, but look what happened in the second fight. So
that's what I'm saying.
People don't realise Tyson fought when he fought Wilder the first time. He had 2 warm-up fights.
Yeah.
From being see the size he was, so you've got to give him that as well.
Yeah, he did come back.
But I think it was only a draw because 2 knockdowns and because where it was, what country it was in. That's why Tyson knew the second time he had to get him out of there. Can't rely on these judges because you know what, we've seen it plenty of times. Even when Amir went over there, there's been loads of controversy in your country.
Yeah, especially U.S. versus English fighters.
Yeah, but yeah, it's happened loads of times.
And it shows the character of the man though, the way that Tyson Fury got a draw, where he wasn't like beaten down or anything like that, and came back and fought with the intent to like destroy. And Anthony Joshua was actually taken out and bitched out in front of the whole world, smashed by a guy that looks like he doesn't fight at all, and came back and in the rematch fought like an absolute bitch and didn't try to take anything back and played it safe and got his belts back.
Who's this you talking about?
Joshua.
Deontay?
No, Joshua.
Oh, Joshua. Oh, in the second. Oh, when he fought in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He
it shows the difference. It shows the difference in like the character between him and Fury. You know what I mean? Because if Fury was to lose to Ruiz like that and then get a rematch, you know, there's proof. The way he fought Deontay Wilder, you know he's going to come back. If that was him in those shoes, the second time around with Andy Ruiz, he's going to come out to smash that kid and prove that that shit was a fluke. So now, honestly, if you talk about Deontay versus Tyson Fury, the first fight to the second fight, Fury's performance outweighs that first fight. And in my eyes, with Ruiz and Joshua, Ruiz's performance in the first fight outweighs the performance of Joshua in the second fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one last thing I'm thinking of on this boxing before we move on, Paul, is that a lot of people talk about the golden ages of boxing, like the 80s and 90s and stuff like that, and we're young right now, but we're going to realize maybe 20 years from now that we're in a pretty good era of heavyweights right now.
Yeah, well, compared to what it was like, 5-6 years ago, yeah, it's well better.
Yeah. Like, we have some, like, good fights, and especially, like, guys like Usyk coming up. Like, it's all interesting, and I think we're going to appreciate it more as time goes on.
You've got a few, haven't you? Even like, I'm not really on the bandwagon, but you've even got like Daniel Dubois and people like that.
Yeah, and Joe Joyce,
it's not bad, is it?
young guys. All those guys. We just got like good shit to watch now. And I'll give credit. It's a lot of UK heavyweights, to be honest.
Yeah, there is, to be fair, quite a few.
Yep. But let's move on now to over this past weekend we had in the main event of the UFC we had Glover Chisora taking on Thiago Santos. Thiago's first fight back since 2 ACL tears in the John Jones fight, where some people thought he beat Jones. I didn't, but some people did.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, but great
it was
fight.
Close. It was close, but Jones did nick it for me.
Yeah, it was more about what landed effectively. They were even showing highlights. I laughed to my girlfriend when they were showing like the promo videos for this weekend before the main event. They were showing highlights from that fight. And let's say they showed 10 highlights. 9 of them, they showed highlights of Thiago Santos throwing barrages of punches at Jones where nothing landed.
Biased, didn't it?
Yeah, but I actually predicted to you before this fight happened. We didn't get to do a video, but privately I actually got this fight spot on. I gotta give me credit. Where I said Glover was gonna survive something early and come on strong late. And the first round started where Glover came out, and it happened almost immediately. Thiago threw a barrage of strikes, actually clipped Glover a few times on the side of the head. And from there, Glover became a dependable fighter. A lot of stuff we're talking about today is going full circle, relatable, about character of certain fighters and stuff. And Glover is one of those guys that's super dependable. He shot for the takedown, survived the round, landed heavy, good shots on the ground. Won that round, came out second round. I think he got clipped again, takedown again, controlled, landed heavy strikes. And then in the third round, repeat, but this time when he got dropped, Santos followed him down, got reversed on the ground, and then finished rear naked choke in the third round. And like solid performance, vet performance, respectable performance. Guy just shows how dependable he is, how tough he is. It's awesome to see. Now he just becomes the number one contender, but they're trying to make the Israel Adesanya fight going up to light heavyweight to fight Jan. But I think at 41, I think that Glover should be given the shot. I think Israel's young enough that he can wait. What do you think, Paul?
Well, he's on a 5-fight win streak. He's beat Smith. He's beat a few now, hasn't he? Even ones who fought Jones. you've got to give him a title shot. I agree. I think Israel. Who can Israel fight next though? Who's there for him? Do we give him the Rob rematch? Or do people want to see that?
No.
Not really.
Do you know what I would like to see from Israel?
So it's one of them.
He gets all these comparisons to Anderson Silva. I would like to see him pull an Anderson Silva move and fight a randomer at light heavyweight, the way that Anderson fought Forrest Griffin and Stephan Bonner and James Irvin. I'd like him to go fight like whoever number 6 is. I'd like to see him in a 5-round main event with that, while Glover gets a title shot and then Israel can get a shot. And middleweight can figure themselves out while he's gone.
I feel like Israel's got that market now where he probably can call the shots.
Yeah.
He's probably getting to that point, so it's one of them, isn't it? You can't not say he doesn't deserve it because McGregor's on it. And for what Israel's doing.
I know.
He's fighting 3-4 times a year.
But look how...
Yeah, I've got to give him something.
Look what Karma did to Conor. For how bad he held up the lightweight division. As much as I love Conor, Karma came back to get him. And I don't feel like put yourself in Israel's shoes for right now. And you see a guy, a Glover, puts on a performance like that on the little run he's on in literally the last end chapter of his career. At 41 years old, do you take that guy's opportunity?
But Glover can wait, can't he? It's one of them, McCall. He's been around a long time. I'm pretty sure he can wait another year of his life.
Glover? I don't think he's got another year, bro. The iron's hot. Let's strike.
How old does he know? I know he's been around for... Okay, now.
He's 41.
He's been around 41, yeah, well... But the way he's fighting, he probably still has got another year in him. So I don't know why we're having that conversation, because look who he's beat. He's just beat Andy Smith. Thiago Santos is an animal. An ex-Marine.
Yeah.
He's fair play to him.
Yeah, I didn't know that about him, actually. They were saying...
Yeah, he was ex-Marine, wasn't he?
Yeah, paratrooper for Brazil military. They were saying it in the promo, because they like asked him a question about how he kept going with his 2 knees blown out. And he's like, I was a Brazilian paratrooper. He's like, I'm willing to die every time I'm in battle. And I was like, damn, son.
Well, fair play to him, isn't it?
Yeah. And fair play to Glover for getting the win over that guy and finishing him.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Santos, he's a good guy. I'd like to see him versus... Well, obviously he got the loss now. If he would have beat Texera, I would have liked to see him versus Reyes, next.
Yeah, him versus Reyes aren't honestly probably up next.
Yeah, because they both just lost. I forgot Reyes has been beat, hasn't he?
Yeah, and if Thiago would have won this fight, if Thiago would have won this fight, he already has a knockout victory over Jan, so he probably would have got that next shot. So now, probably that does make the most sense. Him versus Dominic Reyes, which would be, I think, would be a great fight.
Yeah, great fight. Great fight. I don't even know what pick to win, to be honest.
I think Santos would win that, because almost like Gaethje against Khabib, the cat is out of the bag now, where Dom Reyes cannot really fight going backwards. To an extent. He can counter one shot, but he's not like a continuously putting off offense while moving backwards. And Jan showed that. And I think Thiago can put the barrage on him and just have him fight backwards all the time. And moving on to our last topic before we wrap up is last week sometime, I believe it was, big news in the boxing world. Canelo Alvarez got himself out of his contract with DAZN and Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, which is pretty crazy. And now he's saying that now that he's not held back by promoters and contracts, expect to be seeing him against the best guys in his divisions. And it's been impossible talks that he's going to fight the current super middleweight 168-pound champion, IBO, I believe, Caleb Plant, who's a solid boxer. What do you think about that whole situation, Paul?
I'm not surprised, to be honest, because Floyd did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Floyd went on his own, so I don't blame Canelo. He's probably, well, we know he's the highest paid anyway at the minute.
Yep.
So it's his decision, isn't it? I don't really, I don't know what to say about it, to be honest. It's his choice, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's a big power move, and I hope it works out for him. I like Canelo. I'm a big fan of him. Do you think? What do you think this does? Do you think DAZN is done? I think this is a massive blow to DAZN.
I know it went big, didn't it? It's like a roller coaster. It's gone big, but it seems like it's coming down now.
Yeah, and it's coming down hard. The way it shot up, it's shooting down.
Still there, so to see what happens, isn't it? With it all, they've still got a few good fighters with it. So
yeah, I can't believe they paid all that money. Got Canelo, they got Triple G, and they never made that trilogy. It's so weird.
Well, because Canelo probably didn't want that again. Well, I'm not saying he didn't want it. He probably thought, "I'll beat him twice." Well,
yeah,
beat him once. So, well, I agree. He should have done it again because the results were wrong.
Yeah.
Triple G won one of them at least.
And it
if
sucks
not
for.
two, some would say.
It does suck for, speaking of DAZN fighters, it does suck that Canelo's leaving for guys like Demetrius Andrade. And I think is Billy Joe Saunders on DAZN? I'm not sure.
I think he could be. I think so.
Yeah.
Could be wrong though.
Yeah, I think he is. But Andrade and Billy Joe Saunders, if they're both there, I know Andrade is. That does suck for them. But it would be cool to see Canelo get in there against like David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. I want to see those big fights.
See what's next for Canelo. He's that big of a name. He can do what he wants really.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't fight some like schlub. First fight out of being released from his contract.
Now what, another Rocky Fielding?
Yeah, I know. But at least Rocky got himself a belt. You know?
Yeah, Rocky Fielding.
That was sad. They like promoted that all big. They made you thought that guy had a chance, and then he just got steamrolled.
Well, have you seen him against Callum Smith?
No. What happened?
Did you see that fight?
No.
Rocky against Callum Smith. Callum stopped him, didn't he, in the first round?
Oh my God! Did he really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. When was this? Was this after the Canelo fight?
No, I think it was before. Well before.
Oh wow. That's another one too. I'm glad you just said his name. I said David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. I'd like to see Canelo versus Callum Smith. That's a good fucking fight.
It is. It's a good fight. Well, he fought his brother, didn't he, Liam?
Yeah, he fucking
Canelo
smoked him.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he stopped him, didn't he, later on,
But to be fair, Liam's not the same caliber as Callum.
No, because Liam's a lot smaller than Callum, isn't he?
Yeah, and skill-wise, Callum is a good boxer. I thought he lost his last fight, though.
Out of all the Smith brothers, he's probably the best.
Yeah. John Ryder, too. John Ryder, who I thought beat Callum Smith and was robbed, he's a good 168-pounder. I'd like to see Canelo versus that guy.
Yeah. Not a bad little fight, huh?
No. And I think that's good for today, bro. I think we covered a lot of good stuff. And
yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad. And we'll be back sometime in the next week or so. We'll be back with another episode. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Peace.